Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your daily dose of zombies news from the game and community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Big changes coming into the game today from Treyarch, their first major patch releasing here for Call of Duty Cold War Zombies. There is a lot of stuff included in it, not all necessarily good, and it's created a bit of controversy in the zombies community, which we'll be talking about today. So let's get right into it with the first change that many people have already begun to notice and start to really dislike. It comes in the way of a change in which how often regular zombies will use their out of bounds or ranged attacks. If you weren't aware, regular zombies here in Cold War are able to actually have a ranged attack if that zombie's AI detects you're in a position in which it can't get to you. Well, Treyarch has obviously made a change in how often zombies will believe you're out of bounds, saying enemies will now use their out of bounds attacks against players in more unintended locations, which in general is a good thing, right? You'd hope that this would help reduce some glitch spots on the map itself that can be annoying if you see somebody just sitting up there in a game of multiplayer AFKing. But here's the thing, a lot of people have been reported that by running regular trains on the map, zombies are still using their ranged attacks when they can clearly reach the player, when the player's not using any kind of glitch spots at all. I've seen a bunch of zombies players reporting that it's becoming a little bit annoying for them constantly being barraged by zombie meat when they're trying to run a regular train, so it'll be interesting to see how widespread this issue is and if Treyarch might end up toning this feature down in the future. In terms of crash fixes, which I know a bunch of people have been experiencing, especially on higher zombies rounds, there's nothing specific about them fixing a crash at high rounds. There is specifics of them fixing crashes that occurred while drinking different perks far, and there's also no mention so far about something that I personally experienced, I know a lot of you have as well, on the consoles themselves, of constant random connection interruption issues that make multiplayer zombies nearly unplayable. Moving on to something that they changed a few days ago, but are only now acknowledging that it was in fact changed. We already knew this. They said they addressed an issue that allowed obtaining multiple versions of the same perk. The double Juggernog experience has been gone for a few days now, but now they're acknowledging it publicly. Next up, this is a big one, and I'll be interested to see if they've fully patched this or if this is just a fix for certain locations of the map, but they said they addressed an issue where the tier 3 Ether Shroud ability, that's the blink ability, could occasionally place the player underneath the map. This has happened in a lot of different locations in Die Maschine for people, so Treyarch is saying they fixed it. It'll be interesting to see if that is in fact true. Next up, a big fix for fans of the RayGun. There's a widespread glitch that when you went down and you got revived, you'd lose your RayGun and then have access to only one weapon for the remainder of the game. Treyarch has now said they've fixed that. They've also apparently squashed two bugs relating to progression that I've experienced, I'm sure you've experienced as well. The first is in regards to the way your actual level displays after reaching the first prestige, so it'll now display your accurate level where before it was all over the place. And they've also fixed, which was kind of fun to experience while it was in the game, they've addressed an issue that caused weapon XP to be earned on weapons used by teammates. For those of you that have played a bunch of multiplayer zombies, I'm sure you've seen it pop up on your screen. You've earned a weapon level for a weapon you're not even using but your buddy's using. That was because you helped assist on taking down a zombie that was injured by another player, so it would also give you the weapon XP used to injure that zombie from the other player as well. Treyarch has said they fixed that. It was kind of fun to level up weapons you weren't even using, but I guess you can't do that anymore. And next up, wait, hold on. Sorry guys, I'm just getting a little bit of breaking news here. This Reddit user seems to have discovered a friendly playground here on Die Maschine. They've named it, for whatever reason, Blobski, and it's been determined that Blobski will live forever, never mind. So continuing on, Treyarch has fixed another glitch that a lot of people have been really annoyed about. That is, it's possible to be one-shot by a boss zombie in higher rounds in Die Maschine. When that happened, your health would still stay at full, but you'd instantly go down. Treyarch has apparently fixed this, saying they've addressed an issue that caused the player's health bar on the HUD to not properly display as empty when dying under specific circumstances. Treyarch is apparently aware of some host migration issues, and they've been apparently working on it, where they say they've addressed various issues in which sometimes caused host migration to fail, which is definitely a good thing, but again, they haven't addressed the myriad of connection interrupted issues that plague a lot of people in the community. Next up, some changes to the mystery box. This next bug, again, I personally experienced. They said they've addressed an issue that prevented a weapon's name from properly appearing after using the mystery box. This happened to me in a game I played last night. Instead of the weapon's name, I think it simply displayed 903 as every weapon's name. 903 for some reason. That's been fixed. And they've also addressed a rare issue that caused the mystery box to remain open after use. I've never actually seen that one reported yet, but I guess they fixed it. Two more fixes before we get into that juicy controversy. Firstly, they fixed something that I thought was kind of a neat little tip and trick with the map itself. If you didn't know, if you threw a decoy grenade on some kind of wall on the map, it would last for a whole lot longer than it normally would. Treyarch has since said they've fixed that. And also something that was affecting, I believe, pretty much everybody on the PC. That is, if you got the mystery box jump scare, your sensitivity would basically be broken for the rest of the game, where you'd have super low sensitivity for some reason, and you'd have to restart in order to fix it. Also, we finally get an update from Treyarch about a zombie staple feature that a lot of people have been asking about. That is split screen. The ability to play split screen here in Cold War Zombies has been unavailable on all platforms for zombies since the launch of the game. Treyarch has acknowledged this issue, saying that they know that split screen is currently unavailable in zombies, and so obviously they're working on fixing it. Hopefully it gets resolved soon. But changes stated in the patch notes aside, a lot of people are noticing that there's changes made to zombies that for whatever reason Treyarch decided to not mention here in the patch notes that will end up affecting a lot of zombies players. It has to do with what everybody considers to be the best weapon here in Cold War Zombies, the RayGun being nerfed once again. It originally had a damage and capacity nerf. It has since been nerfed again in some interesting ways. The first way is by Treyarch doubling the amount it costs to purchase ammo for a triple papped RayGun from 5,000 points to 10,000 points, so a significant increase there. The second way they've nerfed the RayGun is by removing its ability to receive stock option while using the Ring of Fire ability. If you weren't aware, using the Ring of Fire ability, you get the effects of Black Ops 3's stock option, which takes ammo from your weapon's reserve rather than the primary, so you just don't have to reload while you're inside the Ring of Fire ability. Although Treyarch just now has released a update on the status of the RayGun as of this latest patch, saying this: Zombies update. The RayGun ammo cost was corrected to match its ultra rarity, but the Ring of Fire was unintentionally affected and will be fixed in an upcoming update. By design, Ring of Fire should pull from the stock ammo of any weapon as long as there's stock available. So the double nerf that Treyarch has applied to the RayGun still will be in effect for a little while longer, but one of the nerfs that the community believes was intentionally targeting a high round strategy that was done on the top of the knocked bunker using the RayGun and Ring of Fire, pulling ammo from the stock ammo. It's the most widely known and easiest high round strategy currently in the game. People thought that Treyarch was targeting that strategy with this new update, but Treyarch of course is now saying that half of the nerfs is not intentional and that the Ring of Fire nerf will in fact be a bug. But that hasn't really stopped the perception in the zombies community about the changes that Treyarch has made to Cold War since its release, that their priority should be keeping fun things in the game fun and not necessarily going around nerfing random things that players are enjoying to use. Obviously people want Treyarch to continue to patch different game-breaking bugs and out-of-map spots, but it's that random nerfing of good weapons that has struck the zombies community the wrong way. And if I could kind of forward a reason why Treyarch is doing it, I think it again comes back to unified progression. They don't want anything to be too overpowered or some strategy to be too overpowered in zombies because they feel that it could be abused by people doing it and ranking up quicker than other players and then bringing their newfound ranks into multiplayer, or maybe in the future having the ability to roll through battle pass tiers quicker because it's a unified game now between multiplayer and zombies. Treyarch might be starting to feel like they have to balance zombies like they do multiplayer. which kind of goes against the core philosophy of what makes zombies fun in the first place, right? Zombies is fun because it's not multiplayer, not because it's more like multiplayer. And seeing as this is the first time that unified progression is included in a COD Zombies game, this is the first time the community is dealing with the implications of that. But guys, on that note, that wraps up this video. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hey, consider leaving a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I love taking a look at the comments you leave on the videos. I read every single one. But I want to thank you so much once again for watching, and I'll see you with another Zombies news video tomorrow. Peace. Nah, but for real, can I get some rips in the comments for the best boy, our favorite plague hound, Blobby? Rest easy, brother. You deserve it.